It's a story that captured the hearts of Watertown residents. A stray dog that didn't trust anyone found friendship with a stranger on the street.
In tonight's Eye on Kelloland, Summer Rottershot takes us to Watertown to hear how that bond potentially saved the dog's life.
A stray dog, who became known to many as Gypsy, had been on the run around Watertown for months.
I see her all the time. She's in our neighborhood, so for the last 5 months, we would randomly see her.
On a missing pets Facebook page, post after post about Gypsy were published, with many people talking back and forth on how to deal with the situation.
The thing on the Facebook page was to say, like, just ignore her. We're trying to trap her. We're trying to keep her in the same area, and eventually trying to just get her into a trap because literally nobody could get their hands on her. So that's the only way that you can get a hold of those dogs usually.
Mariah Jennings was one of those people trying to help capture Gypsy. On the last day Gypsy was on the run, Jennings saw her in the parking lot of a grocery store.
She was getting really cold, so her paws were being lifted up and she was like, ugh. So I'm like, oh, this poor dog. I wish you would just let us help her.
But Gypsy wasn't accepting any help. Jennings proceeded to go about her day when she saw Gypsy again, but this time the dog wasn't alone. It was with Zach Anderson.
Then I got in my car, drove down the street, and that's when I saw her following Zach down the road. And she was like weaving in between his legs and like rubbing up on his legs.
As Jennings continued to follow the duo, she saw something that resembled a miracle.
But he stopped, bent down, and I had just watched 10 people like try to catch her. He bent down, like pet her on the face, and then kissed her on the forehead. And I was like, like, we know that this dog's been on the run for however long, and he could touch her.
That's when she contacted the police and got Zach involved. The police asked Zach if he would help capture Gypsy, who was waiting outside of his house for him.
And they just told me to. They said if I was willing to go out there, I get the leash, one end of the leash around overhead, around her neck, just to kind of tighten it, and then just kind of with the leash, guide her straight over to them to a cruiser. I did kind of have a bit of a failed attempt trying to get her head through the leash, and I managed to successfully get her straight on the leash the second time around.
Zach was the only one who could do it because, I mean, the minute she even saw the police showed up, she was gonna bolt. Like she knew. She was like, oh no, oh. And he called to her. She came right to him. Like, it's just like the whole thing is just incredible.
Yeah, good work, Zach. Zach, what's your favorite soda?
Like, you drink Mountain Dew quite a bit.
You drink Mountain Dew quite a bit?
Yeah, what do you ask?
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I think that's deserving of something.
It's not only the police officer that thought Zach was deserving. Since Gypsy was so well known in the community, people wanted to thank him for his heroics.
Within about a day, we raised $250 for him for the basket. And then another $150 for Gypsy, which somebody's going to match and end up being $300 for her care.
And I bet you're wondering how Gypsy's doing now. Right now, she's at the Glacial Lakes Humane Society.
She's been doing really, really good there. And it sounded like almost immediately she was letting people pet her. She was like walking up and asking for pets and stuff. So they were really surprised that she kind of opened up as soon as she got there. So it was like she could finally relax. And then when they caught her, apparently she was falling asleep in Shauna's hands, like just so tired.
Showing that it just took the right person to show Gypsy the good in humanity.
The dog could definitely tell that he was a good human, and I think because he wasn't like in her face trying to like get her, that she just gravitated towards him because he is just somebody that was like, well, hey, come on, let's go for a walk, and has somebody to hang out with him while he's walking.
I try to really just send out good, positive vibes as much as possible.
With Eye on Kelloland, I'm Summer Rottershot.
With the money raised for Gypsy, 6 weeks of obedience training has been donated. The Glacial Lakes Humane Society is accepting applications for her adoption.